And you go out there and you improvise, you ad-lib. We have an idea of what we're going to do, a couple of things, but the rest is just, we'll go out there and do our thing. You know, a lot of it's on feel. I'm banking on there'll be a ton of heat on me tonight. Being a piece of shit that The Rock is, so it should be fine.
Well, you know Rock is Daddy's friend, right? He's not going to do anything to really hurt Daddy, right? Okay, can you not, you know that? You do, right? You're not going to be scared, right? Have a hug for good luck, please.
We are Year of the Dog, and this is our cover of Calvin Harris's Acceptable in the 80s.
Hello and welcome to OSW Review, the old school wrestling video podcast, filmed in glorious grapple vision and encoded with blast processing. We chronologically critique wrestling storylines pay-per-view by pay-per-view. Oh my goodness, it's Christmas Day. And who's that talking? It is the Jingle Bell Rocker, Jay Hunter. Mr. Let It Snow, the Tits Now, V1.
Mr. Craig.
And with his chestnuts roasting on an open fire, OZ.
You do.
It is Beyond the Mat, and it's coming up right now.
I got a special present for Bobby.
Five guys at the table, why always me?
Welcome, eggnoggers. Happy days are here again.
Mince pear.
Hey.
Very good, Steve.
Yeah, how you doing, OSC?
Good to be here, Jay, as always on a Christmas day.
Kept a straight face with that. Appreciate it.
The only disappointment is that you don't have a Christmas tree. We're not getting Christmas dinner. We're not even being allowed out until we're finished this podcast. But thank you anyway.
See, I'm more of a contrarian that I will have a Christmas tree for the other 11 months of the year. And I'm worn out by the time Christmas comes around. V1, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad, not too bad. As always, fuck the family.
Fuck the family, Steve.
Yeah, they can be at home, slaving away, making the dinner, and we'll maybe get some Christmas gruel later on. I don't know. No?
No.
Okay.
OSC, just a quick bit of business for you. You know the way you hate repetition?
I hate repetition.
You hate repetition.
I do hate repetition.
I was feeling that let us do something for the 33rd time.
Somebody's counted.
Because another day, another dollar, another dollar, another OSW tattoo. Okay, this is Pete from Stoke-on-Trent. Bam!
Oh, yeah. Oh, hello. So, even though I don't like Zelda, I know Jay adores it, but it's clearly a Zelda-inspired OSW tattoo, and it's even got a link to the past because OSW is, Steve, a link to the past. Steve is with it today, isn't he?
Smashed it.
You wouldn't know that we've been doing this for 15 years almost.
He's a goosey at this one.
It is gorgeous. Clean lines, Steve.
Clean lines. Clean lines.
And what do the colours do? Anyone?
It
There we go.
pops.
No, it's gorgeous. Because when I do get my OSW tattoo, it won't just be letters OSW, it'll be related to something else, but it'll still be OSW.
Alright, I was hoping for a Jay Hunter tattoo, because I haven't had one yet. You
That's
guys have both had.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But you get so much more. You get the emails with the pictures.
Of us.
Of you, yeah.
It is lovely.
Very nice. And it's very pretty.
It's a good idea.
It is.
Mildly sad, because it's my favourite game, A Link to the Past. Because in my childhood, I only played like 7 games or something. You know, that's how it is. Most of them are Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. And I had Zelda, Link to the Past, so I just played that every summer for like 5 years in a row. You know, so beat the piss. So I love that. And if I were going to get an OSW tattoo, it would be this. But now I can't.
Oh.
Damn you. Damn you, Pete. But yeah, pretty beautiful. Beautiful tat. Stephen, let's pass this over to you, sir.
So, from Pete from Stoke-on-Trent.
Can anyone think of anyone famous that comes from Stoke-on-Trent?
Ooh, hey, Kendo Nagasaki.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was thinking Robbie Williams.
Is he from Stoke-on-Trent?
Yes.
Kendo Nagasaki, he's still going. Cutting promos on Sanjay Baga. Spicy.
You can all see the fingers missing. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty convincing thing. But let's have a look at the tattoo.
He was going in the 70s or something, wasn't he? My granddad used to talk about him.
Yeah.
All right, so Pete says, hello. Hey up, Steve. I hope you like the tattoo.
I do.
It's his first one.
Oh, no way. Is that a first? That could be a first.
We popped his cherry.
Yeah.
He popped his cherry. Managed to pay homage to my favorite game and Bottom Boys, OSW.
Aww.
I will accept my golden auger for Tattoo of the Year now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
I've been watching you guys since the original Hulkamania arc. Massive fan.
OG.
And here's me boy stable. Coming in, number 6. Query here. Says, Regal is his favorite wrestler of all time, but I feel no shame. Can he be a boy?
That's one for you, I think.
Hell yeah. One of the reasons that I chose him as one of my original boys is because you lads always gave me shit for being a fan of Regal and Finlay.
Yes, we did.
Just saying he's boring.
Yes, he
And
is.
I was like, I understand that, but he's also awesome. So I think purely based on the rules of spite, I think he should be eligible for boydom.
Ooh, that's my favourite type of rule, spite.
Anything that pisses you two dicks off is okay in my books.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
He's in.
Go on.
All right. Number 5 and 4. Short-lived tag team of crazy hair. Haku and the bad man Rikishi.
Ooh.
I remember this tag team.
This was literally a month in 2001.
And I really wanted this as a tag team.
I also, when Haku came back in the 2000s, I thought that was the most awesome he'd ever been. His crazy fucking helmet hair with
He looks like he's out of Spaceballs.
Or Gary Spivey. Didn't he have the...
Yes,
he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the only month of his career that was in any way good. Honestly.
One day. One day, Steve.
No, it was the greatest tag team that ever was. I loved it. I absolutely loved the idea of these two. It's like very much like the Natural Disasters 10 years previous.
Great point. Yeah, okay.
Can you respond for The Rock if I said, like, here comes the hot step up?
For the Rock.
He did it in a parking lot.
For the Rock.
Hopefully move up the card.
For the Rock.
No, nothing like that. Okay, there we go.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, excellent choice.
Coming in number 3. Before Gimp Batista, Reverend Devon.
Oh, please call my name.
For the Rock.
I did like the gimmick of him having a collection box. He'd go out in the crowd and hear, would you actually give me money, please? And there was one SmackDown where there was a dude who just pelted it past him and grabbed the collection box and ran around the arena, and Devon had to try run after him. Obviously, it's a work. You know?
Imagine if that was a
Because
shoot.
Devon's not catching anyone.
No,
you know?
no.
But
I saw him wrestle at Bound for Glory 2025. He's not catching no one.
Get him, Devon! And Devon did hot pursuit! Hallelujah! Cinefell!
That's such a shame that it was a work.
I wonder if he got to keep that money because it was his gimmick. And then, did he declare it?
Oh, excellent
yeah,
point.
yeah,
Steve.
yeah.
Excellent
We'll get
point.
IRS on it.
Yeah.
IRS. Devon.
Yes,
you
please.
think you're special?
You think you're special, you do.
Okay. Coming in at number 2 is a big bottom boy
Big bottom.
with Big Show with pants, onesie, and championship. He says, yes. I know technically not allowed because he's a world champion, but please ask OOC if he'd fit in
What?
maybe his own horse box.
That's wonderful.
I do love the word horsebox.
It is good shit, isn't it?
That might have swung it in his favour.
So this is
the mustache.
2004. I've just beaten Brock Lesnar, but I'm like wildly out of shape.
Yeah.
So he wore like work trousers on top of his onesie. That era.
Yeah, the short hair, yeah.
I did quite like the Big Show at that, like, again, similar to Haku. That's like his best month in his really long career. I did quite like him at the time. Are we putting that in? He won the world title in that. At that
in that match, like that's when he beat Brock.
Yeah,
like.
in the, sorry, WWE title.
Yeah.
No, he's not going. Look,
but Horsebox.
I do look. Go on then, Horsebox. Go on.
There, just play to the ego, and you'll get in.
Go on then with the Horsebox.
And coming in number 1, legit Superboy. Big Pat Roach.
Oh, yes. English wrestler. He was the Nazi boxer, shirtless guy he fought Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. Do you remember how he died?
Yeah, the airplane propeller.
It goes into the propeller, right?
Same dude. He was the big turban guy in Temple of Doom, and
the chiffon,
the chiffon scarf was caught, and he was actually in Last Crusade as well, but his fight scene was cut.
Oh.
But here's him in the background. There we go.
Nice.
So yeah. Okay, that is wide ranging. How about that? Different eras, different levels of talent, different levels of longevity as well.
Yeah, sorry, Pete just finished up there by saying, anyway, cheers for all the entertainment, you're 3 lovely lads.
Hey.
A winner is you. Yeah, beautiful tattoo. I am jealous and slightly annoyed at you.
It's all supposed to be fun.
If you smell,
It's not supposed to be real.
you're not gonna be scared, right?
But behind the scenes, it's a whole different story.
Beyond the Mat is the famous 1999 wrestling documentary going behind the scenes into the carny world of wrestling. Produced by Imagine Entertainment, run by Ron Howard and Brian Grazer. Written and directed by Barry Blaustein. Blaustein is the Eddie Murphy screenwriter. Coming to America 2, Boomerang, The Nutty Professor.
Nice, okay.
1 and 2.
My Little Hercules.
And if you want a Police Academy sequel, he's your man.
Nice fight! William with the batteries!
Blaustein grew up in America's Northeast as a lifelong wrestling fan, dreaming about showcasing pro wrestling to the world. Got a line to Vince McMahon through the $1 Million Man, and he said, nope, this wrestling documentary is not happening.
Okay, we'll see about that.
Shopped it to WCW circa the start of the Monday Night War, i.e. late 95. Negotiated for a year, fell apart as WCW wanted something called a wave of injunction, as in we can sue and this won't come out. And a bit of editorial control as well.
You gotta protect the business, brother.
So Blaustein went back to the WWF, who by 96 were floundering, solid number 2 at the time. Vince offered 3 times the budget, inferring we want a piece of it and some editorial control as well. Blaustein had meetings with Vince once every 4 months, and he'd open with, so what's this documentary about? It's like, same as last time, Vince. And then he's like, so where are we? Same as last time, Vince. But he eventually caught McMahon on a good day, and he signed the release and the agreement of access. What caveats did he have? Okay, you cannot show Vince doing creative with the writing staff.
Okay, which is weird because, like, we did get to see creative stuff in the show. I feel like he snuck in more than Vince wanted.
Just, you can't be in the room, the writer's room. Vince, he was saying that interferes with the creative process, but Blaustein was saying it's probably because you'd actually say what you think about a wrestler in there. It's like, I don't want to push him, he's shite.
Yeah.
You know? Vince also agreed to provide WWF footage. All he wanted in return was to be shown the finished movie beforehand. Filmed over a 2.5 year period in 97 to 99, during which time WWF took off, and Vince tried to back out. But Vince, Blaustein contended, wrestling is cyclical. I asked to do this when wrestling wasn't hot. Right now you've loads of people kissing your ass, but I'll still be here when all those people go away.
I don't know why I like it. I just always have.
And so it was written, And so it was done. The documentary was first premiered in October 1999, getting a nationwide release March 2000. This is Barry Blaustein's Beyond the Mat.
Nice.
This is where I first became addicted. I'd spend countless hours planted in front of the TV, mesmerized by these images of these strong guys taking matters into their own hands.
Film start. Oh, see, you've lived a long and interesting life.
Baloney. But I've seen a lot of movies.
Curtain up. Immediate difference between the original and the director's cut. The director's cut intro is new, as it has a dramatic reenactment of Blaustein being a childhood mark, seeing a wrestler give a mean face to him on the way to the ring, then seeing him after the show jumping into his car with his missus, quick smooch and drive off like a regular family man.
Sitting in front of the old Radiation King.
Just as a PSA, which version should you get? You need the director's cut. Director's cut has 5 extra minutes. 3 major differences: this intro, a quick cavalcade of insert interviews later on, and Foley and The Rock chatting after I quit. Besides the extra 5 minutes, which is great, on disc 2 you get the original 4:3 aspect ratio. If you watch it streaming, or if you get the regular edition, it zooms in to 16:9, so you lose like a third of the screen, and it looks like shit. So yeah, director's cut, get the director's cut.
Is it sport? Is it entertainment? It's both. It's, wrestling.
Voiceover with Ahmed Johnson's theme. Marked out. We got ECW footage and then a bit of WWF footage later on.
Imagine if Ahmed did the VO. You know, the way his promos just garbled nonsense.
Steve, would you mind reading this as Ahmed Johnson?
Oh my God. I love the visual acting. I want the wrestling to see that it's not base. It's a sport, it's entertainment, it's both, it's a show, but not a thing you think.
That's too good. That's far more coherent than Ahmed.
This is the sound of a man who can read, but just has a fat tongue.
Yes.
As opposed to someone who couldn't read.
Yeah, exactly.
Allegedly.
Look me out the face, and no one gonna come save your sorry carcass.
The World Wrestling Federation.
World Wrestling Federation. One moment.
Entering the WWF Titan Towers in Stamford, Connecticut. WWF's receptionist. World Wrestling Federation, 1 moment. World Wrestling Federation, 1 moment. Marked out. Because 3 months later on Raw, they just reenact this with Austin when he becomes CEO. Your one is actually saying, "Good morning, World Wrestling Federation." And Austin teaches her how to answer the phone. Just, "Who the hell is this? What the hell do you want?" And you get to hear, she does it. It's brilliant.
World Wrestling Federation. One moment.
Good morning, World Wrestling Federation.
Who the hell is this? Yeah, what the hell do you want?
Do you see anything nice? Because we get to walk around
This
Titan
is
Towers.
insane.
It's a nice building.
It's a nice, yeah, it's a nice building. Clean lines.
Do you like clean lines?
The colours really.
I love that the camera kind of sticks its head in different offices, and there's a massive "in your house" sign. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you see Vince, Linda, and Shane come in for their daily meeting with Test.
But it's the whole documentary. It's just insane that this man was allowed to walk into Titan Towers with a camera crew.
The level of access, like this began in 1997. When you think of, like, kayfabe was gone at that point, but it kind of wasn't gone.
Man.
Like,
Vince was only outed as the main dude with the screw job.
Yeah.
And that's November 97.
Yeah. What I mean with that is that, like, the vast majority of fans who weren't brain dead knew that wrestling was fake, but it was still incredibly guarded and they didn't let anybody in. And like you were saying, this is unprecedented levels of clearance.
The WWF is big. How big? They're worth close to $1 billion.
Blaustein notes that WWF's valuation is almost $1 billion. In 2023, when TKO merged WWE with UFC, valuation $9.3 billion.
And it's probably gone up a couple since then. Like, I don't think you're buying WWE for under 13, 14 billion nowadays. It's insane.
We get the iconic Vince quote where he hopes people will find out what we're really about.
The Saudi money.
I encourage someone's interest to then find out what we're really about. We make movies.
We make movies. And then like Rye's smirk. I was like, ah. And then he cut to, okay, what are these movies you're making? He's filming a thing with Dude Love. And he's like, don't dance. You can't dance. He's like, I was just going to strut. Movies.
Yeah. There was something about the way he smirked and he took that weird swig of his water. You smug prick. He just looked like such a dickhead, didn't he?
He did, but fucking hell does he have charisma.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. And throughout the whole documentary, I was just thinking, I get it. I understand why the boys would do, run through a fucking brick wall for him. He's just a presence, a serious fucking presence.
Yeah.
Are you not dancing? I know.
Like an old-time studio, Vince has writers.
And then by the time you have that out, here she comes.
Okay, we're making movies. So what's Russo doing over there? He's talking to Sable and he's explaining the entrance. It's like, okay, you got hurt. So when you go out to the ring, you sell that back. Sell that back. Looks like you can't wrestle anymore. So when you say ring the bell, everyone goes crazy. And then you see her doing it. And she is so... No wonder you only do softcore porn.
I was watching her out my dog Coffee there the other day. She was on her bed and she jumped off and she like landed awkwardly and she slightly tweaked her leg and she's been fucking milking it since. Like she's like hobbling around the house, and when I bring her out for a walk and she sees a different dog, she fucking sprinting over to say hi. And then I bring her home and she sees Caroline and she's like, oh mommy, give me love and treats, So like I was literally there, I was like, Sable, you're my dog, Coffee. That's basically what you are.
And just really, really, really sell the back. Sell the back to the point that we don't think you're going to be able to compete.
Ring the bell.
We dip in with legendary WWF composer Jim Johnston, and he explains the thinking behind Vader's theme. And he's like, Vader's a big guy, he's a mastodon, so it should be like dun 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 dun. And that's like him stepping with all the heavy weight. I was like, oh, ugh.
It was actually one of my favorite parts of this whole doc. The insight into Jim Johnston, who is one of the great wrestling minds for like a different reason. You can see the inner workings of how he came up with all these incredible theme songs for 30 years. And one of the biggest fuck-ups they've ever done is letting him go, because he was a genius.
Hell yeah. Jim Johnston for Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Okay, so you replaced Jim Johnston because you didn't want to pay him. You brought in Cephos, then you didn't want to pay Cephos, so you brought in Def Rebel, who are absolute dog shit. But there's quite a funny meme going around with what if Def Rebel made a wrestling theme. Okay, and so...
I don't even blame that son of a bitch, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh my gosh, man.
Give me a hell yeah.
Dead. Dead.
Yeah, that career's over.
That's it. Imagine if that was Stone Cold.
Oh, lukewarm Steve Austin.
Holy shit.
Okay, so we have a look at the old merch that they're making there. We want to make more merch, so we got to push new stars. Vince meets with Droz.
Hello, Darren. What's up? How's it going?
Darren Drozdov, an ex-football player, had 6 games for the 93 Denver Broncos. One of them, he bombed on the game ball and gained notoriety for being able to chuck on command. And we get to see him tested out for the boys in the back.
Can you imagine? So Droz is walking in for this, essentially your post-employment interview, but he still needs to impress 2 of the most important men in wrestling.
He's probably bricking it.
Oh God, yeah. You got Vince and JR.
Yeah.
Everything's going fine, and then he pulls out the bin. And you're,
hot bin.
The cold bin. The cold bin, because my God.
We're not building to a hot one.
There is no chance he was ever going to be able to actually vomit into that bin at that moment in time, because he probably hadn't eaten in about 12 hours because he was so nervous.
Because he's so nervous. And like, I'm guessing in general, like, it would probably take you like a minute to work it up anyway. But yeah. Huh.
Do you see when Vince says, oh yeah, you're quite well known for being able to vomit on balls. Guess what gimmick we have for you? And he just hangs his head. He tries to play it off. Haha, it's not so funny. I was like, oh fuck, this is my life.
Yeah. It probably was better for him that he couldn't puke in the bin at that interview.
Yeah.
Because if he could, they'd be like, yes, he can do it. He can do it. But obviously, they had a change of heart at some point. Actually, he's not going to be able to do this. And by the way, it's disgusting, and a lot of people would be put off by that.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't do it. It's gross.
I'd turn off. I'd turn over to Nitro if that shit was happening.
Yeah.
I do like how they already floated, hey, you'll be with LOD, which is what they do. Even
picture it. Animal. Hawk. Puke.
Oh, that's the best bit is Vince turns into commentator Vince.
It's incredible. So you know the way you mentioned it in the first scene that you were saying that like Vince is a presence and you can understand why the wrestlers loved him and would die for him. I got it here. I was just watching and going, his ability to rally and hype, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. I was watching this going, I'm ready to puke for you, Vince. I'll puke.
You and coffee with the chocolate, is it? He's gonna puke. He's gonna puke. Oh, it's so good.
He's gonna puke. He's gonna puke.
Vince has this haunting out of context quote, which is, we're in the business of making monsters. Oh my God, just clip that. Obviously we are complimenting Vince's work and his ability, nothing of the personal guy, you know.
No, I mean,
personal
like,
guy's a scummer.
It should be patently obvious, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We're in the business of creating monsters. I'm proud of the fact that the World Wrestling Federation creates monsters, and I don't know that it's not a lot like the old Hollywood star system.
Oh, we got a deleted scene number 2, a cavalcade of short inserts of wrestlers / talking heads showing that the WWF isn't all it's cracked up to be. Did you get tuna melts?
I got like 10 seconds. This is the one time I would have gladly had an extra 5 minutes on the episode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Tuna melts, he is jacked.
Yes.
He says Vince is probably the greatest promoter there's ever been, but do not trust him. Wise words.
Vince McMahon is probably the greatest wrestling promoter that there's ever been. I wouldn't trust him, and I think that anyone who trusts him is being very foolish.
Just Incredible regrets staying with the WWF right after he got married. He was shipped down to USWA for $40 3 days a week. So $120 a week.
$120 a week. Oh, that's nearly 5 weeks of Raw back in '93.
The boom time, lads. Al Snow, in a 2-hour meeting with Vince, I laid out my goals. He told me I'd have opportunities to get those, but he never followed through on it.
The cheek of you, Al Snow. I was like, you were pushed so far beyond the level that you were at, like in terms of talent and working ability. I was like,
charisma.
You should be on your knees thanking him for having such a long run of making money.
And he immediately got a job backstage, like being a trainer.
Yeah.
Coco with a C, saying he got fired, but Vince explains it. He claps back saying, yeah, you were in a fight with a WWF executive, the Goon, and I fired the Goon, and I thought I should fire the talent as well. And this was on the WWF European Tour of '89, which we covered in a watch-along, OSW 138. By the way, both got fired, but both eventually got their jobs back.
Right.
I fired the executive. I thought maybe I should fire Coco.
I'm now known as Puke.
Well, what if you weren't born with the skill of projectile vomiting? How do you become a wrestler? The same way you become a doctor. You go to school.
WWF is the big time. Let's see the opposite end of the spectrum with All Pro Wrestling. APW is a wrestling school / indie promotion based out of Hayward, California, owned by Carney Roland Alexander. He meets with prospective student Ben Siegel and lays it out. There is no money in wrestling at this level. You're getting $25 all the way up to $125. Okay, if you were the big cheese, you get $300. Now, do you know about nutrition? Do you check the labels? The derby on this lad. Oh my God. And then later, one of the students kind of outs him. You only get paid if he thinks you've earned it and he thinks you worked for it.
That's crazy. Mega carny here.
But yet you still have to pay your, what, $300 deposit?
$500. Are you ready to drop an installment of $500?
And like the place was packed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom time, lad.
Wrestling was booming so big that Siegel left Trim to go to APW.
Welcome back, Siegel. How did it go in Hong Kong?
Mike Modest later in 2023 would recount, okay, this is the angle that the story is trying to portray, that he is a carny promoter that's really only out for himself. Yes, he was a carny, but he was more than that.
He was a carny with a heart.
Now, to be fair, absolutely creative editing was taking place here because it was very heavy on the, you need to pay me $500 deposit. The very next one was, guys, you got to pay. You got to pay. So, there was more going on. But yes, obviously he's a carny. But then at one point, he gets upset because Mike Modest never got a shot. And I was thinking, are these crocodile tears? Or are they real tears?
Why not both?
Why would he fake it?
Yeah. Well, one of the ways he makes money, besides the $500 deposit and then not paying your talent, is that he gets a kickback from Vince if they hire wrestlers out of his company. And so that's why we have Mike Modest and Tony Jones go for their tryout with a Sunday Night Heat dark match.
Tony, Mike, and Roland's big day had come. They were about to get their tryout with the WWF.
Jim Cornette, beforehand, has some sage advice to the wrestlers. They don't know you, the fans. Don't be nervous. Focus on telling the story and slow it down. Slow, make it count.
Slow it way down.
Now, to be fair, that is one thing us WBW boys are great at. We'd always keep it nice and slow.
Ding, ding, ding. Double clothesline. Have a rest.
And a chat.
That's the right time to work it out.
Do the next spot. Double clothesline. Have a chat.
It was so awesome seeing Vince and Corny watching it live from the monitor in the back. And I love that something in this documentary, since you're watching backstage, is that you're always looking to see who's backstage, who's roaming around. It's like, oh shit, there's Fallen Angel, Chris Daniels.
Yes.
What?
Old Slither.
I missed it.
Yeah, it's a bit of Splicey.
Yes, please.
Or like there's Ken Shamrock walking in the back. Val Venus is another one. Anyway, it's really cool. You kind of people watching it. Modest hits a Finley drop.
The white noise, yes. And then someone immediately in the background was like, stealing that.
That was D'Lo.
Was it D'Lo?
Yeah.
Oh, D'Lo Brown.
And Cornette was like, oh, I've never seen that before. It's like, oh, you liar. You totally have. We see a botched move and Vince wincing at it. And it's like, oh, well, you're not getting signed tonight.
Modest is pretty solid. Jesus Christ, I think maybe we need a little work there.
They're told to wrap it up, to go home, but they don't. So Michael Modest, 2023, he explains what's happening. Okay, when the first meeting, you're told you have a tryout. You're told you're getting 10 to 12 minutes. Then an hour beforehand, you've got 5 minutes. When you're at Gorilla, you've got 3 minutes. When you're in the ring, you've got 90 seconds. He's done a few of these tryouts before, and he knew he wasn't going to get signed. Like, I am shorter than Coco Beware. So he just said, fuck it, I'm taking 10. So when the ref is like, okay, take it home, he was like, no. And he said Pritchard was shouting so loudly at the ref, he could hear him through the ref's earphone.
Wow. He kind of messed up his mate's chances as well, though, didn't he? Like, not that he was going to get signed, but he definitely had a better chance because, he was tall.
Yeah, he had a decent look, but I think at one point they were talking about his arms, or they?
Yeah.
Oh, JR was like, hey, listen, you should get your upper body to be bigger. And I did watch another tryout he did. He had another one in 2001 with Raven. He didn't. Still the same size.
I also watched that match.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve.
And,
I didn't even ask him.
Yeah, I watched it, and he was told two things. He was told to work on his upper body and to get better gear, and he did neither. And I was like, you don't actually want it then, do you, mate?
He looks so bad.
Yeah.
Especially besides Raven, who looks so interesting.
Yeah.
And the match was a squash. Raven battered him.
He beat the shit out of him.
I was like, what is the tryout? Maybe can you bump and get up in time with Raven? Can you hang with him beating you up? And yeah, he can.
Yeah. He was fine. You know what I mean? Like, on a roster as someone who jobs to make other people look better. But yeah, he just doesn't look like a star.
Right at the end of the match, there's the even flow. Triple H also suffering the walls of Jericho. Triple H also costing himself.
So this was Sunday Night Heat taping on the Tuesday. The night before was the Raw. Modest had a tryout match with a different AEPW guy.
Donovan Morgan.
Yeah, very good. Modest is so bad. You know what his character is? I'll stand and touch my pants. Hitch up my pants.
He fixes his pants after every move. And his gear. It's so bad. He's got these like non-matching like purple pants and the Big Show black onesie. He's like Big Show from 2004.
If he was in a talent contest. I was more impressed with Donovan Morgan because he takes a lariat, like a clothesline from hell, and he bumps on the top of his shoulders and neck, and he hangs there like RVD would. Oh!
Yeah, it was nice. Your man Modest is everything that you would expect from a 2000s indie guy. I'm going to do moves to you because that's what I think a superstar does. And he didn't have anything else. He didn't connect with the fans, so he just did moves, you know?
But were the moves good?
He did like a tiger suplex where you get the kind of full Nelson and throw him over the back. That was nice, but that's the other bloke going over for him, you know?
He looked great because he was selling that by kind of stopping and boosting his legs in the air for that. Looked great. So yeah, him. We'll take him. Yeah. Your man Modest would just say he kind of knew that this was the angle that the documentary was going for. Look at these people who didn't make it, but look at Droz, he made it, and he was all right with that.
Okay.
He was happy enough that because of the documentary, he was well known in the wrestling world then, and so he got to meet his idol, King Kong Bundy. Who knew him?
He's like, yeah, Bundy, mate, your match with Taker at WrestleMania 11. Mwah, love it.
And King Kong Bundy was on the show. And as soon as he sees me, he goes, Mike Modest. He goes, holy shit. So like he already knew, he had already seen the movie.
Roland and the boys left that night, excited, their expectations high that they would soon hear from the WWF.
Just as Mike and Tony were starting their wrestling career, a wrestling legend was nearing the end of his. Terry Funk, ending his career in 1997.
It writes itself, doesn't it?
Close. Only a mere 20 years off. You're literally 2017 six-man.
That means he was wrestling at 73 years of age.
Good times. Terry Funk has no problem being filmed in his tidy-whities.
He didn't have much of a choice.
They just barged into his room. He is getting ready for his daughter's wedding. This is a pretty cool thing, especially in 1999, because it looks behind and shows wrestlers as people. Here is Terry Funk getting ready for his daughter's wedding. Here is Jake Roberts, and he's cleaning out the backyard with his dad. Here's Mick Foley playing with his kids. So you get to see wrestlers as people. It's quite nice. The whole story that they're trying to get through is he needs to retire. His loved ones around him, like his wife is saying, oh, he's been talking more seriously about it lately. His doctor's appointment, you have moderate to severe degenerative arthritis in your good knee, no space in your bad knee. And Terry's like, yeah, babe, can I get by without replacing my knee? And the doctor's like, you should be disabled right now. I don't know how you're going about.
A different breed, isn't he?
He's probably in chronic pain all day, every day.
Unquestionably.
And it's just like and he's managed to block it out.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Actually, like, there's a short clip of him getting out of bed, and it zooms in on his like grossly swollen knee as he's rubbing in some like heating oil or something. And I was like, yeah, like unquestionably he's in constant pain. Agony.
Yeah.
This is Terry's story, an aging wrestler who needs to retire. Fuck it, let's go wrestle in ECW. For their inaugural pay-per-view, Barely Legal. So this is a bit of a time jump back to 1997 here. But besides Shane Douglas throwing down the Eastern Championship belts, you know, ECW's inception, Barely Legal is the most important night in ECW history. So fair enough.
ECW!
No wrestling group was more violent than ECW. And no fans scared me more.
Fuck WWF! Fuck ECW! Fuck them all!
Oh man, cut to Paul Heyman's ma's house.
He's doing the ironing in the background.
It's so good.
This is like me and Jay doing the commentary for WBW in my house, you know, with Matt hoovering in the background.
And then before the pay-per-view at the arena, Heyman rallies the troops with his iconic, incredible, inspirational speech.
17 million homes that have availability for this show tonight. They will pay $20, hopefully, for the privilege to see you guys do what you have done for 3.5 years. Thank Terry Funk for all he's done for this company, for help putting us on the map, for being unselfish in selfish times, for taking the young guys and showing them a better way. Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme. We're too wild. We're too out of control. We're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
But yeah, we spliced this at the start of our Barely Legal review.
It's an all-timer. Heyman probably only second to Vince in terms of inability to get his troops to go out there ready to die for him.
Yeah.
Blaustein would ask Paul Heyman, you are such an incredible talker. What are you doing in wrestling? You could lead small countries.
Yeah.
But then knowing now about, you know, with his dodgy dealings, not paying wrestlers, etc.
They got their ironing done. Isn't that enough?
I think even, you know, say Dreamer seemed to have been screwed over more than most. He probably would have done it all again. I'm sure he still loved Heyman after all the bullshit.
Yeah, didn't RVD, he was owed like 150 grand or something.
Jesus.
When it all went down. But it got them on a platform and they were able to get a job, or at least a tryout in the big leagues from ECW. So that even if they didn't get paid, their future earnings would be there.
True.
You know? Oh, we got short clips of Terry's match. He wins the triple threat main event to go wrestle Raven. He does a moonsault and you can just, because you know his knee is fucked, so you're looking at him turn and he kind of turns and like lands on his back on Sandman. Oof. That match is bleh. The best spot in it is Sandman has a garbage bin on his head and he just hoofs it in the ring and it bops Terry on the head perfectly. Brilliant. Then Raven comes in and he has a match and just Terry spends the entire match on his back. I don't know, but it's clipped. The clips look good on Beyond the Mat.
Oh yeah, like they made it look like an awesome match.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we've seen the whole thing.
Yeah, and you can watch it. OSW Barely Legal.
So Terry's wife and kids were there. Can you imagine watching your 53-year-old broken dad doing this? It must have been awful.
53, he's so young. Do you know what I mean? Like, because obviously he didn't retire this time or next time or the time after that or the time after that. So yeah, 53, fair enough. Will Funker retire? Find out in a little bit.
You know what's so stupid about it is the worse you hurt each other, the better, the more money you make, and the more money you make, the better friends you are.
Mick Foley, introduced as Funk's great friend Mick Foley. And he says, I want to be referred to as the world's most polite wrestler. Is there a more universally beloved wrestler than Mick Foley?
Sandman.
Fuck off. I assume Daniel Bryan will be up there, but not
yes.
as
Very good.
But not even. And apologies, Brian Danielson, but not as much. No way.
Yes, number one, Mick Foley. Everyone loves you.
And this is considerably pre Mick Foley stand-up era as well.
That did dampen it a bit.
Dublin never forgets.
We're shown Foley's performance at Hell in a Cell 98, where he takes two infamous, notorious bumps in wrestling history. His first, Undertaker throwing him off the Hell in a Cell through the announce table. That is the most famous bump in wrestling history.
No question.
It's gotta be.
There's nothing else comes close.
Chicken coop? Yeah, I think in this room specifically.
Yeah, but then, like, if we're talking about that, we'd be talking about the Dudley boys doing the 3D on the coffee tables in Japan. Like, you know, there's like, you know.
I thought Scott Steiner when he gets on the table and it falls over.
Yeah, he's, you know, Christian getting dried off with somebody brought a bloody towel from the from the locker room. How rude, you know, things like that.
Okay, what's the most famous Foley moment is when Sting wins the title.
And is lifting it up. Foley takes it off and gives it back to him and raises his hand.
And Mick Foley's so happy that it's in the hands of Sting.
After Mick recounts Hell in a Cell 98, wife Colette is furious with him, screaming, "You can't do this to us anymore." And that's his story. Mick putting his body on the line to serve WWF, Vince and us, the fans, at the expense of his family, who have to endure their dad risking his body and accruing long-term mental and physical damage.
One of the agents had to tell me, call home, your wife's really upset. And she was crying, you know, in tears and screaming at me, saying, you can't do this to us anymore. I worry about it a lot. I have a lot of guilt about it.
We hang out with Mick and his family. It's quite fun because he's like, hey, I want to wrestle with the kids in the basement. Is that all right? Can we bring the cameras? It's like, no, I haven't cleaned. No.
Doesn't matter if our basement's messed up, does it? Oh, no, there's no way. No way, Nick.
He downplays the seriousness of his bumps to his kids, saying, Daddy rehearsed that 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. I'm only playing, you know, having the crack. I was like, that'll work for an amount of time. Yeah.
And you see, oh, there's Noel Foley, and there's Dewey. Hey, Kane Dewey. And we're in his room, and you can see there's an Owen Hart poster on the wall.
Yeah,
it's quite nice. Because I remember Mick was saying, oh yeah, when Owen Hart got his crew cut in 98, his son got that as well. Loves Owen Hart. Yeah.
That's Owen.
It's Owen. Did you like his wife Colette dresses like Lex Luger?
A cheap knockoff Lex Luger, Jay. Yeah.
Do you remember shell tracksuits?
And American ones at that. Like that's her going to the shops.
Yeah.
In a flag.
Foley says when he's done wrestling, he won't miss the pain, but he will miss the reaction to the pain, i.e. the crowd adulation.
Which is why he does what he does, isn't it? Like, you can tell that he's addicted to it.
Colette echoes her previous statement, you can't do this to us anymore. Sure, okay, no more Hell in a Cell 98. How about Rumble 99? Which we'll get to in our main event.
Oh my God.
You are going to get down on your hands and knees. You will be the one that grovels for the money. And how appropriate that the money you grovel for is your very own.
Jake Roberts. And we are treated to his killer WrestleMania 6 promo. OSW 18 versus the $1 Million Man. Yeah, he's still amazing. An incredible character in any period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How appropriate that the money you grovel for is your very own, wallowing in the muck of avarice.
A victim of your own greed, wallowing in the muck of avarice.
We get three of the most influential, important people in the history of wrestling, Paul Heyman, Vince McMahon, and Jim Ross, unreservedly sing Jake's virtues, but sadly, Jake comes with his vices. Jim Ross notes, if he could get his demons under control, Jake could be one of the most powerful creative forces in our industry.
But yeah, unfortunately he couldn't.
Yeah, obviously Beyond the Mat is the most prominent chronicling of Jake's demons. You know? And we get the amazing quote. It's like his only part of the film, the indie promoter dude.
He called us about 2 days before the show, and of course, he wanted his retainer. We sent him his retainer. And then he called us up, and Jake told us straight up if we didn't get him some crack, then he wasn't going to come to our show.
Was that low to say? Was that below the belt?
Maybe the crew kind of talked to him for maybe, like an hour or two, and he told them all about the process and the booking, and the editing floor just cut out everything, and I was like, this is a banger of a line.
Yeah. Fair.
So we go from WrestleMania to 7 years later, an indie show in North Platte, Nebraska. It was as low as you could go without starting over. And I was like, dude, this is a decent looking crowd.
It's a decent crowd. There's probably 400 or 500 people at that show.
As low as we've been to a lot worse than that.
We've been to Celtic Pro Wrestling in Drimna.
There were more people here than at Impact tapings.
Oh my God.
And backstage, Jake started taking a piss into a bucket.
Fucking hell.
And then he goes over, he kind of nips some guy in the side. He's like, that's Greg Valentine.
Yes! The man himself, looking as young as ever.
And just outside with waiting fans, everyone's in high spirits. So you want to see Jake, what do you want to do? I just want to hold the snake. Yeah, Jake does the show. It all ends well. He brings in that girl.
Doesn't grab her hands, put them on his tits.
No, he does not. But he does retrospectively take the opportunity to completely insult her and talk about how in the future she's probably going to have 7 kids with 7 husbands. But she'll always have this moment to look back on.
Can you imagine him saying she's going to have nothing in her life? She's going to be a baby popper, but she'll always have the day I put her hands on me tits.
I love how they shoot him from low, so you just see his stomach. He's more stomach than man.
It's fucking amazing.
Have 7 kids and 7 husbands and whatever, and wind up being a lady truck driver that cross-dresses or something, but she'll always remember tonight, man,
There's a clip before he gets to the show where he gets out of his car. He gets out into the cold air and just immediately wraps a towel around his head, right? And then just starts going. And I was like, it's the maniac from Always Sunny. Like, I was like, you could like Piper played Jake Roberts.
He looks like Abyss when he's in his bin outfit,
I quite like the coat. I think if he just lost the belly, I think he'd look good overall, I have to say.
I mean, he could do a running a brush through his hair at least once a day. It's a bit scraggly.
Yeah.
Hey, can we get your autograph real quick?
Jake's father was also a wrestler, Grizzly Smith. In the hour they spent together, the two could barely look at each other.
Roberts and Blaustein drive 8 hours to visit his dad, Grizzly Smith. We get some emotionally cold B-roll of them clearing the back garden. They can't even look at each other. Jake telling us, hey, if you want your dad to love you, do what he does, better than he can. I did it, as in his dad was a wrestler and Jake is a wrestling legend. So yeah, he did. And guess what? It didn't matter. Jake speaks very softly and quickly. It's difficult to understand. So you only kind of catch words that he's saying. Abduction, electrocution, kidnapping, child abuse, murder, like just family tragedy after tragedy. And he has had a horrific childhood and upbringing. And you can imagine, okay, yeah, this is why you have substance abuse problems. This is why you have relationship problems.
Oh, yeah.
And how like regular sex can't do it anymore. Fucking hell.
The escalation of his side life with going out and dating the rats and having sex. He talks about, it begins with 1, and then the next time it's 2, and then it's 2, but I'm just watching, and then it's 2 plus toys, and then at the end of it all, you go home and you can't even make love to your wife because it just doesn't stimulate you. I was like, that's tragic.
But my God, what he was willing to say on this documentary is unbelievable. Holy shit, he's just, I'm going to put it all out there.
Yeah, therapy nearly.
Maybe it was.
Yeah.
And I hope he got well paid because he did not have to say half of what he said.
Oh, well, it's a documentary. You don't get paid.
Really?
Yeah, no one gets paid.
Jesus. I don't know why he did this.
The road really screwed up my sex life at home, man. 1 a day's not enough, then you do 2 a day, then 3 a day, then 2 at a time, then 2 at a time with toys, and it finally gets to a point that when you go home and try to make love to your wife, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
This tragedy after tragedy, it seeped into his current relationship with his daughter Brandy, whom he hasn't seen in 4 years. She's made a collage book with torn letters from him and memories about Jake and her mam. In the words of Sylvia Plath, fuck you, daddy.
In the words of Sylvia Plath, fuck you, daddy.
After 4 years, they finally meet. Jake leaves after 5 minutes. She says they're both nervous around each other, so they meet again in the morning. Jake offers a flimsy excuse. He blames their estrangement on Vince for making him wrestle every day, which is just a lie. But some truth does come out. He laments he hated how his father treated him, and 27 years later, he's done the same damn thing with her. They hug and part ways. She describes it as part of an act, and part of it is real.
When I was growing up, I swore up and down I would never treat my kids the way my father treated me. And 24 years later, I look back and say, my God, you've done the exact stinking same thing.
Just felt so sorry for him. Really bad stuff.
It's just sad.
It really is, yeah.
It's like, I don't think I could even be angry at it. It's just someone who's broken, who then didn't know how to love. He didn't know what to do. And so then it was easier for him to just not do it, which then broke her. And she doesn't know how to love him back. And she's probably angry and sad, but at the same time, desperate for his love. And it's just a big circle of fucking sadness, you know?
I think obviously it's a highly emotionally charged situation, but I think what threw him off is right before they met, she's like, can I bring my 2 mates? Obviously she wants to feel safe and that's why she did it, but it's also kind of now it's 3-on-1. You know, there's another element in the room. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
He'd be instantly on the defensive in that situation, yeah. But obviously this was part of the documentary and it wasn't the main event, but this is by far the most important thing happening in this wonderful documentary. I was gripped. It was absolutely compelling. All facets of Jake's story was just incredible. And, we got the happy ending. It took a long time to get there, but it's great that he's still alive.
Yeah, it wasn't until 2013 that he kind of moved in with DDP, get his life back on track and enter the 2014 Hall of Fame.
Absolutely wonderful, because, I don't know, wrestling doesn't have many happy endings, you know?
Probably need 2 women and toys with that. So I don't know. This is fucking sad for Christmas Day.
Well, my family, my girls and boys, please stand up, because you're my heroes. They gave me a second chance.
After seeing his daughter, Jake was quiet for the first time. After checking into a hotel, he disappeared.
After the meeting and emotionally distraught, Jake gets quiet, goes and scores some crack.
He goes missing, doesn't he? And then he
comes back
and he's just ballooned off his tits.
It is amazing that he's managed to not pass trauma and abuse down to his family as well. You know, obviously it's a strange relationship, but she just doesn't have a dad. It's not way worse because your man Grizzly Smith is a monster.
Oh my God.
Piece of shit. Scumbag.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's the Dark Side of the Ring on Jake and his dad, and that's a harrowing hour of television.
It's just remarkable that Grizzly Smith's just strolling around his big garden on his ranch.
Yeah, not lynched.
It's crazy.
It is nuts, isn't it? Just when you watch him speak, there's not a care in the world, like just complete sociopath. It's actually frightening.
He was born out of love, and I still love him.
Let us light. This is the hardest tonal shift because that section, we put them both together there. So lighten the mood.
How offensive is that? That's like Jim Johnson write an entrance theme for a tubby man. Come on.
Yeah, we got some bite-sized inserts here. Chyna, she is so lovely. She was in the US Peace Corps in Guatemala for 2 months. She is lifting weights, and she recounted that when she started lifting weights and getting buff, her parents thought she must be a lesbian. And then there's a shot of Terry having a good pike at her tits. It's quite a funny bit where she was taking time out to get her jaw and her tits done. She told people, I'm just getting some dental work. So Cornette is like, oh, where's Chyna? She's getting some dental work done. She comes back with her jaw and tits done. And it was like, what do you tell me? What are you working me? And he says, I didn't know. Who works a root canal? Spike Dudley was a teacher for 3rd grade kids. He studied English literature in college. They were like, come on, give us a quote. And he's like, I shall, I do. From Falstaff the Drunk. Close. In Henry IV, it is, I am, even though I don't want to.
Close.
He's such a fucking, what are you, patronising prick? Close, mate. Good attempt.
By the way, here, I think it's something that we touched on the Louis Theroux show, where the wrestlers, when they come backstage post-match, even though there's no drugs, they're high as a kite. And you can just see Spike Dudley he's just high on having been out there and doing the spots, and he's bleeding, and he loves it. And you can just tell that these wrestlers are willing to die for their art.
We've got body surfing at the ECW arena.
Coco. He is reliving his past glory in a hotel room. He's just, he's all dressed up.
Nowhere to go.
He's waving into the camera.
He just goes there every night, sets up some mirrors, and does his entrance for 6 hours.
It was bad enough, say on the Louis Theroux documentary, Piper manages to get everything into a suitcase. Coco would have to be putting the bird into quarantine and all sorts of shit ahead of getting on a plane. There's a big fucking lot of red tape, a lot of forms to fill out every time.
He's driving. He's not booked, so he's just walking up and down the hotel lobby.
He's not booked.
Oh, yeah, there's Jesse. He says nothing. There's Vince. He says nothing. Oh, hey, New Jack, whom Blaustein gets an acting audition.
Yeah, they're too scared to tell him that he's shite. Yeah. They're like, leading man material here. Yeah.
He's like, you're not quite a Denzel, but you could be Denzel's best friend. That's Benzel over here.
That stays at home and watches the phone.
And sets up the mirrors. He does his entrance for 6 hours and then smokes some crack.
Solid day's work there. Oh, he did go on to be a big star. He was in the TV show Early Edition, where he played Biker Number 2.
You call me a cheater? I'm calling you a swine kissing, sister stealing, tea drinking cheater. I don't drink tea.
During filming, Blaustein was very respectful. He told the wrestlers that if we interview you and you don't want to answer a question, just please say that. We won't put that in the documentary, and we won't put you turning it down in either. You ask, did anyone ask to not be in the documentary. The Undertaker. He asked to not be shown, saying, I've made a lot of money being presented as this guy, The Undertaker. Please don't show me as not this guy. Which is fair enough. We do get a shot of him, but he's in character.
Kayfabe, brother.
Edge also declined. He would have been in the same spot as Droz, you know, the kind of young hopeful. But since Edge was new, he didn't want to risk turning anyone off backstage, i.e. say something stupid or revealing that annoyed Vince at the office.
I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, the things I was doing there, I was trying to get noticed. Not everyone was taking risks like that, and I should have learned possibly from the Undertakers and guys like that who didn't take risks like that. They didn't need to.
Next announcement is that 1997 is my last year. I will not be wrestling anymore after the end of this year.
Back with Terry Funk. We're at the ECW banquet honouring Terry. This was actually the night before Barely Legal, but it's better flow-wise. I did watch that ECW banquet. The thing's 2 hours. He speaks for 8 minutes. First things first, he gets up. I need to take a piss. This speech will go way better if you give me 45 seconds. And so he heads off. Comes back. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Paul. This ECW plaque means the world to me. Number 2, I love my wife and I'm looking forward to spending the rest of my life with her and eternity afterwards.
Oh, that's actually sweet.
And number 3, I officially announced my retirement. Immediately walks it back saying, I'll probably go to Japan and do a few shows.
Yeah, as you do.
But America,
yeah,
it's all over.
I mean,
97.
You know, I'll retire in every state and for every company.
Ish.
20 years.
He says Funk's last match will be at the 50 Years of Funk ECW show.
And I've loved every minute of it. But it's time to go home. It's time to say goodbye.
Terry wasn't the only wrestler who lived in Amarillo. The other one was unfortunately not as successful. Are you coming to the show Thursday night?
No, I won't be.
Why not?
I'm not booked.
So we come to right before the event, but Terry is not the only wrestler out of Amarillo, Texas. We have Dennis Stamp. 800 matches, 0 main events. He's been an exterminator for over 30 years. Self-proclaimed king of the cockroaches.
But old Stampy here, he loves the business, but I mean, he's probably made a hell of a lot more money than all the wrestlers, and he's still got his health. So he did all right.
He did.
He did all right.
800 by $25.
Yeah.
I loved this guy. Obviously, Foley and Terry Funk are the nice guys, and Jake is the drama. But this guy, I loved the level of carny that this man is. The man's a carny, and he's no right to be a carny. It's fabulous. He's delusional.
I should be wrestling Dory Funk Jr. I'd get a better match out of him than whoever's going to wrestle him tonight. It was RVD.
Ooh, not sure. Not sure, Stampy, about that one.
And then we see him training.
Oh my God. He gets into his scants.
Yeah.
His black Speedo.
He hops on to his kids' trampoline.
Trampoline.
With his 2 kilo dumbbells and does jumping jacks. Like a legend.
Yeah, and there's no netting around the trampoline. It's a dangerous trampoline.
He's like, I don't do tricks. This is all I do.
I don't do any tricks, but I just jump.
Because he has to keep in shape because you don't know when the phone's gonna ring and you get booked.
And he means it.
Okay, so when's the last time you got booked?
Doesn't matter.
1991. 6 years ago. Ready.
He's like, so Dennis, when's the last time you got booked for a wrestling match? I was like, I was called out to kill a rat earlier.
That's a pretty big one.
It was one of Jake's exes.
Saying like I'm only 50. I wrestled in 6 years.
Oh, I love him. I love him so much.
I love that he says I'm not retired. He just hasn't been booked.
Yeah.
but he's ready to go. He sidles up to Terry and he's like, do you remember I asked you one time, hey, I'd like to do something, I'd like to be a ref, and you didn't say, oh, I guess you didn't hear that, did you? But that's what I want. So he guilts Terry Funk into booking him as a referee in the main event. What a prick. This isn't about you. This is Terry Funk's fucking last match. He's like, it's me. I want to be in the main event. This is my time. So what a carny. Wonderful carny.
Yeah. He's like, so I'm booked. Picks up the phone. Paul Heyman, yeah. Hey, this is Dennis. Any chance we can change the marquee to 50 years of funk and stamp? I am a main eventer after all. Oh, this guy was awesome.
I love the way he was saying, oh, I don't know, I have plans. I'll have to change my flights. You got nothing going on.
No, that was the best.
He said, all right, the changing the flights cost me $120. What are you giving me? And Funk's like, I'll give you $50. He's like, double pay. And they hug. Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Okay, it's cost me $134 to change my ticket. Will I make that much?
Well, I was going to pay you.
Close.
I was going to pay you 50.
I'll get half of it back, right?
I was going to pay you 50. Thank you.
You mean you're going to double pay me?
And then they show very generously edited clips of Funker's match with Bret fucking Hart in ECW, his only ever ECW match. And everyone has a love-in with Funker afterwards. But V1, Terry Funk's retirement match versus Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I did.
Oh, yeah. When you tell us all about it.
All right. Oof. Okay.
Yeah, woof is the fucking word for it.
One fall to a finish. Bret the Hitman Hart versus the legend Terry Funk.
Okay, first of all, are they wrestling in a fucking barn? There's a spot about halfway through this match where they spill out to the outside, right? And Bret Hart takes a bump over the barricade and then he comes up and I'm like, what the fuck's on his back? And then I went back and watched it. It doesn't even have a floor. They're wrestling on muck. Yeah, like
that's actually probably quite soft, though, isn't it?
You may as well put him in the pig pen with fucking trips. Jesus Christ, lads!
Hog tied, curly tail
motherfucker, curly tail motherfucking mad. But yeah, this match. Are you into strikes? Are you into Terry Funk lying down? Well, have I got the match for you? I've never seen a match go 25 minutes with as little in it in my entire life. Like, they do nothing. Punches, have a lie down. Strikes, come back, cut you off, have a lie down. Throw you outside, we'll have a lie down. Throw you over the barricade, we'll lie in the muck. We'll come back out, and then as we begin to go to the finish, things really heat up. Because then Bret starts to grab legs as Funk lies down and he'll punch from his back. But oh my God, it's Bruce Hart.
Yes!
Whoa. And he steals the show. He's fantastic. He comes in, hits the softest chair shot you'll ever see on Terry Funk.
There's a cheap shot, chair across the eye.
I think that chair shot by Bruce Hart was a shoot because Terry Funk no-sells it and they go about their business.
Amazing.
And he just, oh fuck.
Funk sets up a table on the outside.
The muckside table.
The muckside table, and he lays Bret on it, and he goes to do like a Vader bomb from like the second rope to the outside, and Bret rolls off, and Funk takes a bump through the table, which is the big spot of the entire match.
Oh my God!
Finish of the match, he goes for the spinning toe hold.
Fucking botches it first time.
Oh my God. Bret rolls him up for a 2, and then Funk hits a suplex. They've both got their shoulders down. Then a stamp fucking floats in for the slowest 3 count you'll ever see. And on 2, Bret raises his arm. Stamp counts to 3. And Bret is the winner by getting his shoulder up.
Can we get the decision?
Is there a worse emotion for a finish of a match than confusion? Yeah. Have you won? I don't know. So everyone's like, and I guess it is. The other thing is Dennis Stamp. He is a dog shit referee.
Oh, he's so bad.
You immediately know he's not a trained ref.
Yeah.
Because Bret and Funker are working on the ground and he's like, is this a pin? I'll just do a slow pin and I'll check the shoulder. And there's another one where he has to scramble to start counting the pinfall. And he scrambles to the left. 1, gets up, scrambles to the right on the opposite side for a 2. Get out! You are not getting your $50. Disgrace.
He's so bad. This match was awful. I generally can't think of 25 minutes of less than I've ever seen. But the fans were loving it because it's Terry Funk.
Yeah.
This is easily, you know me, love Bret Hart match.
You like Bret Hart, don't you?
Easily the worst Bret Hart match I've ever seen. And I think it's because this was not a WWF match with Bret Hart. This was a random match where they kind of swipe at each other and lie down. So there's no story to the match at all. They're just wasting time. And then they do the finish. Horrific.
25 fucking minutes.
You wouldn't have expected that, though. Would you? Going in, Terry Funk, Bret Hart, you would have expected something competent, right?
Oh, yeah. And then post-match, the worst retirement speech I've ever heard. He basically just goes up and does the wrestling equivalent of going, rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. It's like 8 seconds long.
Terry.
Yeah. Like, he basically goes, I want to thank everybody here, and I love everybody. See us.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Terry Funk.
Wonderful. Okay, that's about 90 minutes of the show done and dusted because we got one person left and one match left in your main event. It's your main event. Not beat Jack, I know Hansel. It is the infamous I Quit match at the 1999 Royal Rumble. Mick tells us he's booked to win the belt, but lose it in Anaheim, the Rumble. And I'm going to bring my family to see it. Jeez, Mick.
Dude.
Yep. Hey, backstage, there's the physio Francois Petit, Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is. I do love Mick Foley gets his kids to meet The Rock backstage to try calm them down. Here is The Rock. We're friends. We're doing this thing together. And then go to roughly gorilla position in the back. Vince is talking to Michael Cole and the King. And there's Stephanie beside him, you know.
Yeah, little baby Steph.
Holding their ears. Oh, it's so cute.
This is 99. So she's just about to debut, right?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't quite married The Undertaker yet.
The agreement. He wasn't there.
Oh, The Rock runs through his upcoming promo to Ed Ferrara without pauses. He's just, you think you're going to have your way with The Rock? Well, oh yeah, I've got the promo. And then we get to see him do it through Barry Blaustein's recording. And I just, here, we'll put them side by side because this is it's an all-timer promo.
I'll tell you what, mankind, there's something about this whole situation that really befuddles The Rock. Because you see, The Rock isn't just some Rudy Poo candy ass on the corner of Know Your Road Boulevard and Jabroni Drive that you're just gonna have your way with The Rock. Well, because tonight, in front of the thousands of Rock's fans here tonight, all chanting his name, and the millions and millions of The Rock's fans watching live, The Rock guarantees to prove to you that The Rock is the great one, and The Rock is the most electrifying man in sports entertainment today. And after you utter the words, I quit, The Rock will go down as being the best damn WWF champ there ever was. If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Incredible. And we don't get to see Mick Foley for his promo with this. It was like, how do you feel, Rock? How do you feel to be in a match where you can't win and I can't lose? And I'm just thinking, The Rock, Mick Foley firing on all cylinders. We were so blessed as fans. Holy shit.
Yeah.
By the way, I did not realise that was Ed Ferrara. When I think Ed Ferrara, what do I think? Him in a cowboy hat.
Pinata!
Exactly.
Stick! What an absolute bell end. Oh my God.
Howdy, this guy knows what he's doing. He's got the stick. Pinata! Pinata!
Oh, by the way, this was Blaustein's final day of filming. WWF do not want them to film I Quit. So you get everything you need to because we're not allowed back.
Okay. Smashed it.
Yeah.
And you were saying earlier that one of the rules that Vince had set was that he didn't want to have the magic shown to the fans. And I thought they pulled the curtain back here way more than Vince would have ever thought. They were literally showing people going over promos, talking about their spots. Like, I was like, holy shit, in 1999, this must have been mind-blowing. And this is pre-Salem the Cat.
So, yeah, we'll work our way up to the rafters here and then I'll knock you off and then I'll jump down onto the pyro.
Yeah.
And this would have been a movie released in the cinema or it came out on VHS. And little Johnny would have said to his dad, "Oh, it's a wrestling movie. I have to see it." His dad would have brought him along. And little Johnny would have sat there and gone, "Why are The Rock and Mankind talking to each other and friendly backstage?" Yeah, it's crazy.
The business is dead.
Yes.
Long live the business.
Yeah, you don't see me. See this? You come up. Oh, wow.
All right, this is a historic, infamous match. I Quit, Rumble 99, V1. How does this match go? Do you watch this one?
I did.
Nice.
Did he watch this one?
There we go. You're wise to my schemes. And
Did you watch this one? If V1 hadn't watched this one, he would have been in big fucking trouble.
But up next, championships on the line. An I Quit match, Mankind versus The Rock.
All right, first of all, the storyline of this feud going into this match was exceptional. You have Mick Foley, world champion, the man who's willing to put his body through anything, the man who is impervious to pain and who will never quit. And then you've heel Dick Rock, who is willing to do whatever it takes to test Mick Foley's level of pain tolerance and to see if he can take Foley beyond that and actually make him quit. I'm just like, what a fantastic setup to a gripping, dramatic world championship match on the second biggest show of the year leading into Mania. Oh my God. Amazing.
He is the most deserving champion ever. Hey, take a look at this. And here we go now, and the I Quit match is underway.
Match was awesome. I mean, look, it's Mick Foley versus The Rock. You're not going to get three-handled, moss-covered credenzas or, Chris Jericho's 1004 moves. It's kick-punchy. It's brawly. It's everything that if you asked me, do you like this type of wrestling? I'd probably say no. Like, give me Finlay. Give me Regal. But it doesn't matter because they're both so over and the angle is so over and the fans are so into everything that it is dramatic from start to finish. And I absolutely loved it. Some of the biggest spots of the match, Rock takes out Foley, grabs the headset and he starts speaking like this, he's going to beat the shit out of Mankind, then bam, gets absolutely clobbered.
Sorry, is that in the promo package beforehand? He's like, I'm going to beat you up and down the French announce table, the Spanish announce table, Ho Chi Minh Ciao, Chinese announce table, all the tables down the Rock's Rumble.
And The Rock's going to go down the line. Spanish announce table, French announce table, Ho Chi Minh Ciao, Chinese announce table, all the languages down the Rock's Rumble.
Absolutely amazing. And he does try it and they get up on the Spanish announce table and much like the famous angle spot with Hunter, immediately just collapses.
The least of Foley's worries in this match.
One of the things that I didn't like about this match is that I felt like they were going for the microphone like every 5 seconds, Yep. But we don't have Piper going, what are you saying?
What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? What do you say?
Rock grabs the ring bell, puts it up to Mick Foley's head, rings it.
Amazing.
He starts singing Elvis. It's like, come on, there'll be bells ringing. Unbelievable stuff.
Incredible charisma.
Big DDT from Rock on the entranceway, gets a no from Mankind, and then they go up for the kind of big spot of the match where the lads go up and they fight around the soundboard area. Mick Foley gets dropped onto what looks like a box of speakers or something, and then we start getting sparks and everything, and the lights go out.
What else would happen if you touched one of those speakers? Bzzz. You gotta have the bzzz.
Shane O'Mac comes out and he wants to end this match. He wants to take care of his WWF champion Mick Foley, but the Rock, evil heel Rock, has absolutely none of it, because if this match ends, he can't become the world champion. So he just says, absolutely not, and I want to make Mick Foley quit here. They brawl their way back to ringside and out come the handcuffs, lads. And I knew exactly what was coming. Foley fights back though. He lands a fantastic low blow.
He lands a
whoa. He gets a 2 count, and then Rock is absolutely furious, goes outside, grabs a chair, props it on Mick Foley's head, hits an absolute rasper of a people's elbow. Then we get 5 nasty chair shots in a row.
You have to kill me.
He said, oh no.
Foley goes down, rolls outside. Rock chases him up the ramp, asking Foley between each shot if he wants to quit. Commentators are begging Mick to quit. We get 9 awful shots in, and then The Rock chases Mick, hits him a crack across the back of the head for the 10th and final shot. Foley goes down. And we get the famous soundboard, I quit, I quit, I quit, as the match ends and The Rock is crowned new WWF champion.
No! You get your monkey ass to the ring and award the champ!
Sick. An unpleasant match. And you're just... I'm not happy with this. I'm not enjoying this. And you do feel that, please, Mick, end this, which was the whole reason for doing the match, because Rock always introduced a lot of comedy into his shtick. And it's like, we need him to main event WrestleMania with Austin. We need a serious badass version. So this is how they're going to do it. They had agreed to 5 chair shots, but in the 5 chair shots, get you 2/3 of the way up the ramp for the final spot. But it took 10. Mick Foley, you booked this. Obviously, you went through it with The Rock. Why'd you bring your kids to this?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, yay, daddy, I can get sprayed with daddy's blood. Do you know what I mean? Fuck, man. At least the King of the Ring had 2 spots, but they were over in an instant, and it's more the aftermath.
Yeah.
This one, you get handcuffed, and you're just watching your dad get beat in the face with a chair. 10. Full on swinging for the fences chair shots.
Irresponsible parenting, isn't it?
Yeah, this is probably not the right match to bring his kids to, but, you know, having read Mick's books, he wasn't impressed with The Rock, and he wasn't impressed that The Rock didn't come see if he was okay afterwards. I believe he thought that The Rock took a few liberties. Maybe the adrenaline was flowing, maybe he was getting a little bit excited. So your point about we need him in position A in order to finish the match, and it's taken too long. Perhaps I need to hit him up the ramp. He could have kicked him a few times as well, and Mick could have stumbled a bit, got up. Now we do a chair shot. You're putting the safety of your body in someone else's hands to an extent. I know obviously he's getting hit with a steel chair across the head, and that was booked. But I don't think I'd be able to do it, to do what Rock did, even 1 chair shot, unprotected headshot. You need a big taker, hand way up in the air, please. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Foley was saying, yeah, when you've got your hand cuffed, it's a completely different deal when you get smacked full force with a chair. And he was trying to hulk up himself like, oh, okay, I am Mankind, I can do this, which is just a terrible idea. There is a short extra scene which we see in the director's cut, where Foley, after he gets fixed and done up, he talks to The Rock, and you can tell he's quite nice about it, but it was like, oh yeah, didn't you know when I turned and you hit me? Isn't that's a bit shit, isn't it? So you can tell he was angry at The Rock for taking liberties, but he's too nice of a guy. And I think The Rock came off as a dick as well, because he was just talking to, oh, hey, you're going to Disneyland? As opposed to saying, are you okay, Mick? I just kind of lost it out there. He didn't admit any blame, but he was skulking around it. So I thought he came off like a right shithead.
Did you notice me turning my back? Like, I was like, oh my God, this got to be the last one. And then you rocked around me and gave me another one to the head. You heartless. Well, see, what I want. You wanted me to be further up. What I was going to do, was go into the really open area where everybody could see. I didn't know you wanted it right there. But when you turned the second time, I knew.
I'm absolutely with you. I was shocked at how badly The Rock came off there. It felt like he was all business, and from his point of view, business was great, so therefore everything's good. And I was just like, it was awful.
Mr. Zero chair shots.
Yeah.
Just on the match, in Beyond the Mat, we get to see front row seats of Mick Foley's family, Colette and the kids, just, oh my God, getting put through the emotional ringer. The kids can't watch it, so they're just crying into their mom's arms. And then she's just like, all right, I'm leaving, I'm out. And she walks backstage and watches the rest of the match from a monitor backstage.
Excuse me.
Come on. Please, do something. World Wrestling Federation champion,
And then afterwards, his wife Colette just says, you can't do this to us anymore. And in a very sharp tone, as in, I'm putting you on notice.
Yeah.
This can't continue, or we won't be around.
Mick, I don't know if I can take much more of this, and I'll let you know that.
Fascinating, incredible stuff to capture on camera.
And Mick was early 30s at this point?
Like 33-ish, because he retired 1 year later.
Yeah, a very young man.
Yeah.
And obviously, soft retirement, etc., and came back. But the WrestleMania 22 match with Edge was very physical, but nothing to this extent.
Yeah.
He never went through anything like this again. So I'd like to think that he took his wife's words to heart. And yes, he did hardcore matches, but like the stuff he did in TNA was,
mostly harmless.
Mostly harmless. Bit of barbed wire. I mean, it's not going to do long-term damage.
Yeah. The worst bump was like catching his foot in between the cage and the ropes, and having to kill kayfabe by having your opponent help you out.
Stinger, help me!
I'm done. Steve. My truss is falling everywhere.
And Foley's ankle, Don, it was grotesque the way that ankle was twisted.
I was glad to see Mick was okay, but the sight of Noel and Dewey watching their father being beaten up haunted me for weeks. I decided to go to Florida to show Mick the footage.
So Barry Blaustein, that's the end of you. You're not let back into Stamford. So a couple of weeks later, he does go to Mick Foley's house and he shows him the footage for the I Quit match and the footage they shot of his family. And he's watching his family crying and having to get up and leave that they're so upset. And he says, I don't feel like such a good dad anymore. As in, my priorities are out of order, seeing the anguish and worry on his family. And Mick pledges to never do something like that again.
I will never do that again. I don't want my children involved in something like that.
Paul Heyman and ECW, they're still hanging in there, recently signing a deal with the Nashville Network to produce a weekly wrestling show.
We get a very out-of-date Where Are They Now? But Blaustein ends on a voice-over.
I still feel the same way about wrestling that I did when I was 8 years old. What kind of person does this for a living? They're showmen. They're carnies. And then the big picture, the wrestling promoter, for carnies, brilliant. They're fathers. They're sons. They're artists. They're toys. They're people with families with the same concerns and fears we all share. They're just like you and me. Except they're really different.
Yeah. How was Beyond the Mat received? Filmed over 3 years for $500,000. Brought in...
Wrestling was really hot. 1.9.
Oh, very good. 2 million. Yeah,
Okay,
well done.
okay.
Just over 2. In the cinema, which doesn't include the VHS sales, the DVD sales, DVD special edition, ringside edition, Blu-ray, streaming rights, doesn't include any of that. It was named Best Documentary at Cinequest Film Festival. Roger Ebert, who obviously doesn't like wrestling, said watching the movie made him realise just how real pro wrestling is. Main complaint? It doesn't address the steroid or drug issues. But I think Jake covered the drug issues well enough.
I think so. Like, I think you can extrapolate that to the rest of the business.
Dissent was mostly from people who hate wrestling and wanted it to be a damning indictment instead of humanising the people who play these superstars.
Yeah, well, no documentary should go in to try to convince you of a story. A proper fly-on-the-wall doc, the people who are in front of the camera, it's those who get to tell you what's going on.
And the story reveals itself.
Exactly, yeah.
What did the wrestling industry think of Beyond the Mat? Piper, who was on Larry King Live with WCW at the time, called it the best documentary ever made on professional wrestling. Jake floated that he was bamboozled by the documentary, saying it was going to be used to help children. Blaustein waves it away, saying that's just Jake up to his old tricks.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. Don't think I ever will. It was bullshit. It was a lie. I got set up on that thing, and I was the only one that was not paid. Yet they had me do all the stupid stuff.
Jake's daughter was at the premiere, loved it. Blaustein said he was most worried about what she thought. Brandy also wrote him years later saying work's going well and she's getting married.
Good. Happy for her.
Yeah. Mike Modest, even though he felt he only got a tryout as part of the documentary's narrative, look at these guys who didn't make it. Look at Droz, he made it. The positive was that he was now known in the wrestling industry. Jim Cornette recounted years later that he hated being on the documentary because kayfabe was still kept. 1998 is when they recorded it. Of course, it's stupid now, but at the time, he didn't want footage of backstage and showing coordination getting out there.
Get with the times, dude.
Wrestling with Shadows is also 98, so it's just at that moment, do you know? But yeah, 1998, fair enough.
But when did Salem bring out the secrets of pro wrestling?
Yeah, it had to be 98. Fucking hell.
Oh, really?
I feel
okay,
like,
so just like everything was coming out at the same time? Okay, okay.
Say that.
You knew the secrets.
Ah, the days of Bobun.
So I got out, and your movie, had something to do with it. I think it was your movie and the book gave my career a sense of closure, where I thought I've done everything that I ever set out to do and more.
Mick Foley stood behind the documentary, which got him grief with Vince, as it paints WWF in a negative light, and Mick is very proud of it. Vince, yeah! You asked why on the cover of the DVD it was the film Vince McMahon doesn't want you to see. McMahon saw the documentary and thought it was damaging. He called Blaustein on the phone and said, "It's nothing personal, but I'm going to try everything in my power to stop this being seen." Blaustein says it was sour grapes over WWF not getting a piece of the documentary. Vince offered 3 times the budget to buy in.
Yeah.
And it was profiting off the WWF whilst getting nothing in return. Like, Mick wasn't paid, the WWF wasn't paid. That's the nature of documentaries. Otherwise, it's PR.
Yeah. Isn't the whole point is that, like, this guy gets to make his movie and make money, but new eyes who would never watch it will now get to see it, and maybe some of them will turn into fans.
Yeah, there's, what do you call it? Indirectly, yeah.
Okay, we'll pay you in exposure.
That's actually...
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. So, Vince used his stroke with USA Network and UPN to pull ads for Beyond the Mat from Raw and SmackDown. And not just WWF TV, but the stations as a whole.
Wow, okay. Strong arm them.
Yeah, you're wondering how can he do that? At the time, WWF was negotiating with them for a new TV deal. So he's like, yep, I'm going to lean on you. So Blaustein bought ad time on WCW and ECW instead.
Nice, okay.
Spicy.
As the Boldies make their way to the ring, we're going to show you the movie preview that Vince McMahon and the WWF don't want you to see. Beyond the Mat in theaters March 17th.
There's no script for what happens outside the ring.
Puke is good. It fits the WWF attitude.
Vince finally commented on the documentary to WWF.com, calling it a disappointing snooze fest, a lie that lacks entertainment value and shouldn't be considered a documentary. Producer Ron Howard clapped back, stating that Vince doesn't want viewers to see his wrestlers as real people. WWF's PR department said they didn't want the documentary anyway, because they found it boring. And the best one, the King, Jerry Lawler, did his best Vince Stooge impression and told his local paper in Memphis that Blaustein was a jerk.
Yeah.
Despite that, Blaustein speaks highly of Vince. Like after the Royal Rumble 99, when he wins the Rumble, he was backstage enjoying a beer. Blaustein was beside him, and Vince just said, "God damn, I love this business." And Blaustein was like, "Vince, that's what I want to capture. Shit." You know?
Yeah.
Beyond the Mat.
I think we touched a lot of people, if you don't mind me saying.
So yeah, what do you think of Beyond the Mat?
It was better than I remember, and I remember it really fondly. Ticked all the boxes. You had a bit of backstage stuff, like even just walking through Titan Towers.
It's just the best, isn't it?
It is, and I wonder if Vince regrets it. I mean, it's not like he gave away too much, but still, he gave away more than he had to. Outstanding. A lot maybe heavily edited in parts, but still, just kept on it going at a nice pace. Loved the Jake story, loved the Mick story, loved the Funker story, loved the Mike Modest story, the Carney promoter.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, it really is. And it just ticked so many boxes for me at the time. And now I was absolutely justified at the time thinking how great it was. And there's just one more, lads, that will eclipse this. And we will come to it at a future date. Can you guess what it is? One better than this.
MTV's Life of the Pro Wrestler. WCW's MTV Beach Blast 99. It's actually a thing, by the way.
Right, I'm sure
I'm
it
gonna
is.
hornswoggle you. It's one of these years.
Okay.
I'm going to guess it's Wrestling with Shadows.
Yeah. Again, 25 years or whatever since I watched it, but I do think that's just slightly better. But we shall see in the future. But this is outstanding. It's a must-see for any wrestling fan of any age, apart from a kid. Once you're no longer believing that it's real, watch this.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree. Co-sign on all of that. Excellent, iconic, wonderful behind-the-scenes snapshot of the landscape of wrestling in the hottest year of all time of wrestling in 1999. My only thing is, versus our last episode, Weird Weekends, Louis Theroux, this is way more serious, much sadder than Weird Weekends. Jake spiraling, especially ending on I Quit. Finishing this documentary, I was like, fuck. You know? But it is replete with so many iconic quotes like Heyman and top class Carney's, Rollins, and has Dennis Stamp. So fuck yeah. Oh, obviously it's incredible. Yeah. As wrestling documentaries, Beyond the Mat, is this the best?
I think it's the best. I've only ever seen Wrestling with Shadows once. It was a long time ago, so I don't really remember that.
Ooh, hey, oh man.
I will look forward to watching it again. But man, I could not recommend this. I think this is one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. There's a level of reality to it that you just do not see anymore. They're not trying to force a narrative onto us. We are seeing it unfolding, and it feels genuine. I think if you are a wrestling fan and you've never seen it, you have to check this out. And if you have seen it before, watch it again, because it's aged remarkably well. It's unbelievable.
He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke!
That's showbiz.
1, 2, 3, pinfall.
Oh, incredible. Well, OSC and V1, thank you so much for spending your Christmas day, Christmas evening, Christmas night. It is now 10 p.m.
Night's over.
You have to stay now.
Yeah. Stevens' day is also ruined now.
Listen, I'll
that's
break.
our day, like.
Listen, I'll break out the Marty Jannetty night shirt.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a very long T-shirt. You know, I got some booties for you as well. You know?
Steve, you're in the race car bed. There's only one problem. Brakes are shot.
I had a great time chatting about Beyond the Mat. I hope you enjoyed this Christmas special. And we've just got one last thing for you. Steve Welch, take it away.
Yeah, like, I'm sold.
It's incredible.
It is, really is. Really nice.
Like, if you didn't see the thing, you just think it's Scott Stapp.
Oh my god. This is amazing. Holy shit. What's this called? I'm gonna watch this tomorrow.
Steve Welch.
Steve Welch. You tell him. Not that he gives a shit. You tell him. I love this.
Smashed it.
I love this. This is now on my Christmas song rotation every year. Holy shit.
I've been listening to this outside Christmas.
Yes. Can I request, like, again, not that he's not a fan or whatever, and we don't want to pay him, but can you do another Christmas song in the style of Creed, please?
Oh yeah.
Please. Stay Another Day by E17.
Oh my! In the style of Creed.
Yes, that is my favorite Christmas song.
Dear no.
Yeah. Oh, please. Don't pay him. Do it for free.
Do it for the love of the game, Steve.
For the love of the show you don't watch.
Incredible.
So, if you want to watch over 140 episodes of OSW, you can at
youtube.com/@OSW.
And if you want to keep us in business, get us some Jaffa Donuts. Hey, that's not bad. Ooh. Or some, oh my god, Stephen, the Drumshambo
thank you,
Gunpowder Irish Gin.
Lovely.
You can keep us topped up with tiffles. Send us a bin, and you can do that at
noggeru.oswreview.com.
Give us money. Is that the general theme of that?
Yeah, this gin is not cheap.
Which leaves us just enough time to say it's a goodbye from V1.
Tickaboo.
OSE. And myself, Jay Hunter. And remember, a winner is you. And remember, Merry Christmas! Hey, yeah, fantastic.
For Christmas!
Too good. Too fucking good.